and I'll move towards the last presentation, which is Dr. Zhao Xu, the role of CEUS for focal ablation therapies in liver cancer.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Zhao Xu from the affiliating hospital of Sun University. It's my honor to be a speaker in the CEUS webinar. Today, my topic is the role of CEUS for the focal ablation therapy in liver cancer. As we know, several guidelines of CEUS in the liver have been published worldwide. And in 2020, EFSUMB updated the guideline of CEUS in the liver. There are 19 sections with 38 recommendations. And in the liver tumor ablation section, we can see there are 4 recommendations. The recommendations show that CEUS was helpful in the treatment planning, guidance, immediate evaluation, and follow-up. Also in this section, ultrasound fusion imaging was recommended for the detection and evaluate during the liver cancer ablation procedure. In my opinion, there are 6 values of ultrasound in the ablation of liver cancer, including localization, planning, guidance, monitoring, evaluation, and follow-up. Both CEUS and ultrasound fusion image are helpful during the ablation procedure. In 2019, we reported the thermal ablation of HCC within million criteria under the assistance of CEUS and ultrasound fusion imaging. The technical effectiveness in one section is 99%, and the LTP rate was 7%, and the 5-year OS is 81%. So CEUS and ultrasound fusion play important roles in the whole ablation procedure, especially for the complete case. Therefore, today I'd like to share our experience of the thermal ablation of liver cancer with the help of CEUS and ultrasound fusion imaging from the 6 aspects. The first one is localization. The field studies show that CEUS could improve the detection rate of unclear lesion in conventional ultrasound to about 50%, while the detection rate of CEUS combined with ultrasound fusion imaging was higher than 90%. Let's look at this case. MR saw a lesion in the segmental 5. However, we didn't detect the lesion on ultrasound image because of severe cirrhosis. We used ultrasound MR fusion imaging to locate the lesion and perform the CEUS to show the wash in and wash out of the lesion. And the lesion in the caudate lobe is difficult to be detected because of the depth of location, and it was also surrounded with large vessels. So caudate lobes were called restrict areas. We have reported the use of CEUS and ultrasound fusion imaging for the thermal ablation of HCC in the caudate lobe. We can see the case. An MR saw HCC recurrence in the caudate lobe. While in the conventional ultrasound, we could not detect the lesion. So we use CEUS and MR fusion imaging to detect the hyper-enhancement of the lesion in the caudate lobe. Then, under the guidance of the ultrasound fusion imaging, we position the electrode into the lesion and start ablation. Finally, CEUS MR fusion imaging was used to immediate evaluation and show the complete ablation. 1 month later, the MR confirmed the complete ablation result. The second is planning. Ablation planning based on CEUS and ultrasound fusion imaging is useful. It could determine the margin of the lesion, plan the needle placement to assist the ablation at high risk size, and reduce the operator experience dependence. In this year, we just published 2 papers about this field. First, let's look at this case. This is an HCC lesion about 2 centimeters on CCT. However, CEUS show that the actual enhancement range of the lesion was more than 3 centimeters. So we mark the lesion with the red cycle on the CEUS and CT fusion imaging. And then we evaluated the lesion step by step under the guidance of ultrasound fusion imaging. And then the CEUS and CT fusion imaging show the complete elevation of this lesion and cover the red cycles. 1 month later, the MR image confirmed the complete elevation result. This is a large HCC, about 6.7 centimeters. Elevation was selected because patient has severe liver cirrhosis and was not suitable for resection. And we performed the fusion imaging before the elevation, and also doing the elevation planning based on the ultrasound MR fusion image. This is the planning. And then we perform the microwave elevation according to the planning under the guidance of US fusion image. The first puncture, then the second puncture. After the evaluation for the planning, the immediate evaluation of CEUS fusion imaging showed the complete elevation. Then the MR also confirmed the complete elevation result. Recently, we also report the use of elevation planning based on ultrasound MR fusion imaging for the HCC proximal to the higher viral ducts without biliary cooling. The approach would prove to be feasible and safe. In this case, we can see a HCC lesion just between the right and left hepatic ducts. This is the continuous ultrasound image. And then we mark the lesion in red and in blue, and mark the viral duct in red. Then we perform the planning, and we can see the orange ellipsoid depending the planned elevation zone right here. Then we, under the fusion imaging guidance, the lesion will puncture and elevate according to the planning. Puncture and elevate, and then the evaluation, the immediate evaluation of CEUS MR fusion imaging show the complete elevation of the lesion, and the perfusion of the viral duct is well. And CMRI show the complete elevation without higher viral duct injury. This is another HCC lesion next to the right hepatic ducts. We also use elevation planning on the ultrasound MR fusion imaging to perform the elevation procedure. And this lesion was also elevated completely without the right hepatic duct injury. And the ultrasound and the MR image. Okay, the 3 part is the guidance. The previous study has shown that the CEUS combined with ultrasound fusion imaging can improve the complete elevation rate of unclear lesion on conventional ultrasound to more than 90%. This is HCC lesion located under the diaphragm. Conventional ultrasound could not detect this lesion, and we use the ultrasound CT fusion imaging to locate the lesion and perform CEUS to show the wash in and wash out of the lesion. Then the puncture and elevation, was guided by the ultrasound CT fusion imaging, and the CEUS fusion imaging and MR imaging show the complete elevation of this lesion. Another application of guidance with the help of CEUS and ultrasound fusion imaging is the larger tumor. We report the value of ultrasound fusion imaging for the thermal ablation of medium-sized HCC. And this is a lesion in the segmental cyst, and we mark the lesion on CUS and 3D CUS fusion image. Then the whole ablation procedure was guided under the fusion image. Finally, the lesion with the AM, the red cycle, was completely ablated and confirmed by the MR image. The fourth part is the monitoring. 2 years ago, we proposed that the thermal ablation of HCC adjacent to the gallbladder could be performed separately under the CUS monitoring without gallbladder isolation. This is our paper. Let's see this case. This is a lesion adjacent to the gallbladder on MR and on CUS image. And then we ablated the lesion without gallbladder isolation. Then we use the CUS to monitor the perfusion of gallbladder wall. The perfusion of the gallbladder wall was good and no enhancement inside the target lesion. And 1 month later, the MR image confirmed the complete ablation result and no gallbladder injury. The first part is the evaluation. In the last 10 years, our team have carried out a series of studies on the immediate evaluation after small ablation using ultrasound fusion image. All of this with the paper we have published on this field. Immediate evaluation after ablation using ultrasound fusion imaging is helpful to achieve sufficient ablation zone to cover the AM ablated margin and guide the immediate segmental ablation. This is a typical case, so the immediate evaluation of the using the fusion imaging after the ablation procedure. We can see no enhancement zone, the non-enhancement zone cover the lesion, the yellow cycle, and the red cycle, that's the AM, the active margin. And this is another case. After the ablation procedure, CUS and 3D US fusion image saw the ablative margin did not achieve at this site. So the immediate segmental ablation was performed under the fusion image guidance. Finally, the lesion was ablated complete and covered the AM. And this, the 1 month later, the contrast CT confirmed the result. The last part is the follow-up. This patient received ablation 1 week before, right here. And CUS indicate the residuals right here. And CMR confirmed the finding of CUS, and the fusion image have to confirm the location. And then the residue was successfully ablated, punctured and ablated under guidance of ultrasound MR fusion image. And then under the CUS and MR fusion image evaluation, the lesion will complete ablation, and 1 month later, the CMR saw the complete ablation of this whole lesion. A very summary. CUS and ultrasound fusion imaging play important roles during the whole liver cancer ablation procedure, including localization, planning, guidance, monitoring, evaluation, and follow-up. The safe and complete ablation is vital, with emphasis on the precision and minimally invasive ablation concept. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for the really nice presentation. there's one question in the question and answers. So if you think that sonazoid, again, it's a question about sonazoid. If you think that sonazoid, which has a long Kupfer phase, should be combined with ultrasound technology for the guidance of microwave ablation, if that will increase the microwave ablation success rate or decrease recurrences.
Okay, thank you for questions. Because in our hospital, we only use the solo view. So I didn't have enough experience about the sonozoid. Maybe in the future, we can try this one, and then maybe you can talk something about this.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let me just check if there are other questions.
Any other question?
No, there's nothing in the chat. Really interesting presentation, and it's great to see your experience. I guess you prefer microwave ablation in comparison with radio frequency ablation. What do you think about other technologies in the future? Do you think, for example, electroporation would be an option for the patients, or would you still go with microwave ablation?
I just think different technique have its advantage. Now in our hospital, I only use microwave ablation. In my previous hospital, I also use RFA, radio frequency, and microwave. But now I only use microwave ablation in my hospital. But in my opinion, each technique have its advantage. So, but and the advantage and disadvantage. But if you similar with this technique, you can perform it well in all sides of the to perform the ablation of the lesion. So, but I don't have a lot of experience with other techniques. So I only have the experience of the microwave and radio frequency. So I think these two techniques are quite similar, and also it's work for the ablation, in my opinion. Right.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you also for the excellent presentation. I don't think there are questions, and we are well in time, very well in time. We had 115 attendees which stayed until the end with us. So thank you very much one more time. I think this was recorded and it will be available on the EFSUMB website. So I encourage you to invite all your colleagues. If they want to check the webinar, they will be able to look at the webinar in the EFSUMB website, and we hope that in the future we will be able to provide both Chinese and English translation. So we hope that we will have support for that, as it will be, I guess, easier for some of the participants. Maybe. So thank you very much one more time, and I think we can end the webinar today. We're looking forward to welcoming everybody next year in Timișoara. As you are all aware, we have the World Congress of Ultrasound in Medicine and Biology next year in 2022 in Timișoara in Romania. So you are welcome to come there. We sincerely hope it will be a physical Congress, so no online transmissions. So we sincerely hope that it will be physical, and you are welcome to come in Timișoara for EFSUMB 2022. Okay. So thank you very much one more time, and have a great day. Yeah, have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.